Last week we were there preparing because our people and our families who are in East Ayawaso, Kalgon or what?
Ayawaso West.
Ayawaso West, Klagon,
Wuogon.
Yeah. Constituency, we have lost one of our brothers, fathers, uncle, Ajako, has left us, and he was an honorable member of parliament. So what will happen? The constitution says that somebody must be replaced. Even that constitution must be changed, because Ajako did not stand on his own. He didn't stand on his father's name. He stood on the behalf of his party, MPP. So other people too stood on the part of their party, NDC, CPP, and other people. So why is it that if somebody dies from the party, just simply let that party select somebody and represent, finish, because it is the party that won. Like the trouble that happened last week will not happen. But the constitution, they have to write it again. The constitution says that they must go and do election, and we waste Ghana's money doing useless and not meaningful election, whereas the party that won, because the mandate of the party is 4 years. So if the person dies, the remaining time must be covered by the party, not somebody else to do election, waste money and run around and kill people and hurt people. It doesn't make sense. When it happened in the north, what happened? The same trouble. Talansi, the same trouble. By-election is always a problem. But if we can change the constitution and make it that this party is the one whose person died, so let's get the party, get somebody and send it to the speaker and represent, finish. And we announce. But the constitution says we should do election. So MPP, NDC, CPP, why, all of them practice and prepared, announce, and now they are going to do the party. What happened now? Confusion. Where did the confusion come from? And that security, or is it national security? But you see, now, which law in the constitution gives a security the right to cover their eyes? Then what is the use of a policeman having his name and his number? My father was a policeman, his number is 12128. His name was there and his number is there. Why? So that somebody cannot deceive you, say I'm a police and you are not. So even if a policeman or a security man mishandles you, he sees your name. In American, even on the films you watch, when a security man comes to your house, first he does is when you open or show his ID card, FBI or police or sheriff. He show his ID card first for you to identify, because if somebody doesn't identify, the person has the right to reject you. So identification is number one when we talk about constitutional right. That's why when you go to arrest somebody, the person will say, where is your warrant? You must go to the court and get a warrant before you can arrest somebody. Why? Because of human right. Now, these people that they said they are secret, I have to even watch the video. They said they have covered it. I've even not seen it. But why must people cover their eyes? If you know what you are doing is right, why are you covering your eyes? And then by the time we realized, some people were hurt. Now the government in power, MPP, you are responsible, because you are the one controlling all of us now. When you say all of us should go and sleep at 6, we have to go and sleep. So whether they are you, they are vigilante or whatever, it is you who is responsible. So MPP, government, Nana Akufo-Addo, investigate and get those people and lash them, or look, deal with them. Because we can't allow some people take the nation to ransom. Do you know how our fathers suffered to get this nation? Sergeant Ajete and his group, they killed them cold-blooded, shot them like animals to get us this freedom. And then today, because of this same freedom, J.B. Danko was put in prison. He died. They couldn't attend to it. He begged that, let me go to hospital. They refused. Because of this independence and freedom. So how come today some people want to mishandle that? And then now trouble, MPP, NDC. And NDC people withdrew their candidate. No, NDC, that is wrong. Because your candidate does not belong to you, the party alone. Your candidate represents all Ghanaians. If your candidate wins that constituency, whatever he does there, if I go and pass with my car, I benefit from the street. So he is serving me, not you, NDC alone. So NDC, you shouldn't have withdrawn your person. No, it's not right. And look at the confusion that happened. It made people not come out to vote. Look at the number that voted. Whereas it should have been more. Doesn't make sense. And to make matters worse, our former president Mama, you shouldn't have said what you said. In fact, you should have opened your mouth and said, look, whatever MPP people have done, whether they are whatever they are bruised, my people, just hold your peace, be calm, so that we will abide by law. And I tell you, former president, people will have come to add you people, but to come and say all these things and even say that NDC is from the root of revolution, so nobody can do basabas. No. Oh, that destroying the revolution itself. It's not the best, Mama. You don't have to do that. Your father is a great gentleman of this nation. I tell you, your father will not be happy what he heard. Yes, we must define the constitution. We must not allow anybody to mess up with the constitution, but not to let people die. Do you know what you have said is going to cause people to die? If MPP is fooling and you two fool, two fools, big fool, and the whole nation will be affected by people who have may become big fools. And have we come? Now, if we die and we leave the constitution, are we wise? We are fools. Because the constitution is there because of us. So, President, you shouldn't have said it. In fact, it paid me because you are my brother. We will match MPP boot to boot. Oh, why? Now, if you say this, the followers, now do you know they will start looking for cutlasses, start looking for sticks, start looking for what? You see, now trouble has started. And you even said 2020. Hey! That is what the spiritual warrior, the Bible says that a voice of war, Ezekiel 21:21, that the king of Syria has declared war at the crossroad. And that is using what we call heteroscopy. That's a spiritual thing. The voice can declare war. In the north, a guinea fowl declare war. How much more a voice? Oh, Your Excellency, former president, I wish and I pray that you can come and withdraw and say, look, this is what I should have been said. But please, Ghanaians, sometimes I get angry. Yes, it was wrong for Nana to say all die to be die, or all die to die. What did they say? All die be die. All die be die. It's wrong for the president sitting to say that statement that time. If you go and ask him now, he will regret, because it's wrong. What are you talking about? So we should die and just be dying? No, it's wrong. No wrong, two wrongs can make a right. In fact, you have disappointed me, because the whole Africa, they respect us. Ghana, they come and learn here. And what are they going to learn from this? And now internet is there, so something small now the whole world has said. It's bad. Common by-election. It's sad. And that means that all of us Ghanaians must be awake and alert. I like what Opuni came and said. Former president of Christian Council, Dr. Opuni. I like what he said. He said, if this is what the political parties, MPP, NDC, whatever they do, all Ghanaians, we shouldn't go and vote. Yes. They should go and vote with their wives and children. Go and vote with your wife and children. I like Opuni. Opuni, where are you? God bless you. You are a man. People think they are politicians, they are men. How can we allow politicians to take the country to ransom? Meanwhile, when you want to vote, you come and be begging us. Look at Nanado. When he was going around, and Mama too was going somewhere. Oh, please, your vote for me, I beg you. They will beg. But when we vote them, then they want to show us tankwa. Outside we say tankwa, pepe. What do you mean? Sometimes politicians think that they are men. Hey! You have no idea. Jesus has checked some of us and put some special breaks. That's why we are cool. Check our history. Our father was a fighter. My grandfather, he defended the village against Babatu. Our father, grandfather side. My father, my mother, grandfather side. So my blood. Look at your German. So sometimes politicians, Charlie, let's take it easy. Let's take it easy. We can't afford to dismantle Ghana. Look at the whole country around us. It has been dismantled. Closest to Africa, Burkina. But Ghana is not touched. Why? There is a special purpose for Ghana. You people that you don't know, especially you politicians, you leaders, you are former presidents, ministers, whoever you are, let me tell you, none of you can destabilize this country. If you try it, you will be destabilized first before your own start. Amen.
Yes.
Because this is the center of the whole world. And if you don't know any spiritual knowledge, let me give you some literature knowledge. Go and read Okonkwo, the story about Okonkwo, written by the title of the book is Things Fall Apart. Chuna Achebe. He said the center cannot hold. Why did he use that expression? Because the center is the most powerful thing for everything. Center. So God did not put us here by mistake. Let me tell you, God put us here before there was a Ghana. Go and read it in Genesis. I'll give you the quotation. Go and do your homework. That is when Jacob went back to Egypt to meet his beloved son Joseph, who became a prime minister of Egypt. Joseph said, Father, I did not die, but I rather got 2 children, Manasseh and Ephraim. And Joseph said, bring them and I'll bless them before I die. And the Bible said he crossed his hands. The first time a hand was crossed in blessings. I won't tell you why. Check me out and I'll tell you the mystery behind the cross. But the important thing is that when he crossed his hands, the blessing he released, he said something about Ghana. And you don't know it. He said, may there be a multitude and settle in the midst of the earth. Where is the midst of the earth? Ghana. I thought somebody would have heard that and lifted some flag. He said, may there be a multitude. Remember that this man was blessing with a cross hand in the land of Africa. No? What was that? Where was that? Egypt. Before he died, God moved him from Israel, Canaan, blessed land, to the land of Egypt, the black people's land, to make this declaration, the most powerful prophet. And he said, after I have blessed Africa, I want some special Africans who should take some responsibility. And may they become a multitude and move and settle in the midst of the earth. And the midst of the earth is Ghana. Why? Longitude 0 degrees, bang. Latitude 0 degrees, bang. So we are the center of the whole world. So God will not allow anybody to destabilize this center. That is why Ghanaians should know they are a blessed and a special people. When people talk about Ghana, everything Ghana, everything Ghana. Look, it is a divine pronouncement. Why did Obama choose to come to Ghana? You don't know the mystery behind it. By the way, if you don't know, let me tell you. It's Ghana who appointed Obama in America. Oh, I thought somebody heard what I'm saying. It's Ghana who decided who should be in America's White House for the first time as a black person. It's this country that decided that. If you don't know, find out and then we'll give you the history, how it happened. Before Obama came to office, Obama never knew. Even the man who brought Obama into limelight, Clinton, didn't know Obama in any way. But when Ghana decided that an African must enter the White House, way back 2004, Obama came in the limelight. And then Clinton has to introduce him first time in their party. And he spoke, and that was it. Ghana was the one God used to put Obama in office. Let me tell you one thing you don't know. 4 days to the election of America when Obama has become president. 4 days, where 4 means special number. 4 means a new foundational takeoff. And all night were held in Ghana. And in that all night, a great prophet of this land at 12 midnight said, we want somebody to represent Obama now. And luckily, the president of African American Association in Ghana, that's black Americans who are in Ghana, the association, the president was in that meeting because they heard in the media that there's going to be a vigil for the success of an African to enter the White House. They came. So when they said they wanted somebody to represent Obama, the president came, and that prophet anointed him and sat him in a chair representing White House presidential chair and declared him president of America. And then they jubilated and they celebrated and thanked God 4 days before the election. What does it mean? It has been sealed. If you want the video, you can get it. Why is all this happening? Because the center must hold for the whole world to be liberated. That is why nobody must allow himself or herself to be used as a door to bring confusion in this land. It will not stand. You are trying to call the judgment of God to yourself. So I want politicians to know, and they are warned. That's why I like Oponi. He said it as it's supposed to be. So the ruling government, Nana Akufo-Addo, president and your people, check yourself and put yourself in order and do what you have to do for the country. And if God decided you must continue, you will continue. If not, God will remove you and bring another person, whether it's NDC or whatever, we don't know. But God will decide, because this country is very important. Let me tell you one secret. A day is coming, and it's not long from here. Mark it down. The whole world will have a meeting in Ghana. Ghanaians are roaming about, we don't have work, you don't know what you are saying. You have too much work you can't even do. You have to go and bring other countries around to come and work. I'm not talking about the ruling government bringing employment. They don't have the power to do what I'm saying. They can't. They can't even employ their own MPP people. They can't. How can they employ other party and Ghanaians? No. I'm talking about what God is about to do. That is why Ghanaians, look, stop doing childish things, baby things. You know, children, one beat this one, they meet you, I'll beat him some. You see, children. Korasem. Yeah, that guy, what is his name? Calibos. That Madi what? Madin Korasem or what? Madin Kosiasem. Calibos. We are behaving Calibos in this country. When we should be trying to fix things. When I went to American First, I asked my landlord, and I said, how many days? Minyahu gata wa krom how? Adam muni gata. I say, oh, pastor. The gata suna ejina no. Me say, what? Then he showed me, and I saw gata. All gutters are covered. I have not seen gata. We are sitting here with open gutters, and we are saying that Ghana is in 20 fence. What kind of nonsense are we talking about? Common gutter, we can't cover it. Even we don't know how to call it, or we call it gutter. When Donald Trump insulted us that we are assholes, we are insulting Donald Trump. That is what we are. We gave him the chance to insult us. Look at the behavior we behave. Common by-election, blood has poured. Disgrace, shame unto all the politicians. Whoa, all politicians. Now you even terrorize the people, they couldn't come and vote. Look at the number that came out, 12,000, a little bit over 12,000 or so. And then they said the area is 80,000. Can you imagine? But look, but it's a good sign. Opini, you are prophetically declaring you don't know. He said, Opini said that if this is what they would do as politicians, all Ghanaians shouldn't vote 2020. And it has started already. Because what they did though, made people didn't come out. So instead of 80,000 people to come out, less than 20 people came out. Less than 20,000 came and voted. So the one who won had 12,000. And the follow-up NDC is 5,000. So when you add it, how much? 17. 17 plus the other small parties. It will even reach 20,000. Out of 80,000, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I heard the election people talk, that Captain Smart asked them, how much have it? They say we have reached 80,000 something. 80-something thousand. But it's a good test to warn you politicians that if you joke 2020, nobody will come out. You go and take your wife and children and go and vote. Yes, wow. This small politics, this thumbprint, small thing. We should be laughing and be doing this thing. Oh, look at Donald Trump in his America. Donald Trump is making a shutdown on government and the woman too, but they don't fight. They just talk. You can see they are talking the extension, but they don't fight. What are we doing? Anyway, with all due respect, Your Excellency, investigate and get those people who have covered their eyes, whoever they are, and also those people who also cause the confusion. They must get them all, whether they are opposition, they are ruling government, everybody. I was disappointed when I heard MPP's communication somebody, what's his name? I forgot him. He comes on radio. He came and said that who has the right to tell the security or the national security how they should dress? Oh, my brother. You see politicians. Did we say they should be naked? If you should dress, which human being dress his face? Even women who dress their face with so many powders and so many lipo and things, still you can see them and know that this is Akosia going. What kind of dress you go and put Kakamo Tobi and come and say you are a security? Are we children? MPP communication, I forgot your name, but I like you, Pa. Even one day I met you somewhere and I shook your hand, I said I was praying for you. You said, oh, Pastor, thank you very much. Change your ways. That's not how you talk. That's childish talk. When you say things like that, you are creating more confusion. Putting oil into fire. Why? Esla Usutu came and said, and they beat us, so if they have done it, they should beat. No. Honorable woman. Esla, I wish my daughter can speak good English and clever like you, great lawyer. Don't talk like that, Esla. You are a powerful woman. We are praying for you, and so what? They should beat somebody too. No. Those who beat you did a mistake. And don't encourage that mistake to be repeated. You are a lawyer, great lawyer, of course. One thing that even kills me is your beauty. You are very beautiful. I saw you in some magazine. Hey, that's like when we are fair. Bemana wawaro no. Chale wa diloto. Ba usuban chisa usuban. Ukasa rough. Dabi anya. Beating doesn't stand that. No. That's so beautiful. Don't talk like that. You are a mother. You have children. And what is annoying is that you people are talking like that and you have passports and there are visas inside. When they become grab, then you go and leave us. Look at what is happening in Yemen. Women and children are the one dying. Hunger is killing children. Look at these children that are roaming about. Look at the people in the village. Where would they run to? Look at Congo. Look at all around. Please, politicians, we love you and we love you and we love ourselves. We don't want trouble in Ghana. Let us continue the democracy. There are so many mistakes in our democracy. In fact, our democracy is crooked. We have to straighten it. We have to straighten it. In fact, we have to change our constitution, not to empower any government or president to control the police, the court, and the institutions. Nobody should control them, so that they will do the right thing. Yes. When people have to be arrested, the police cannot arrest them because they are afraid. If they arrest them, they will sack them. But what kind of nonsense is that? So let's change our constitution. Where are the great lawyers of our country? Let's come together and then write our constitution again. At least what we have has grown. So let's get another one. God bless you who are listening.